St. Cloud Rocks player feature. Matt Bishop joined by starting pitcher from Nebraska, Zach Hirsch. Zach in his second summer in St. Cloud, and Zach, a pretty good season for you so far. You know, made a couple starts now, not only a bunch of starts under your belt, but also first half of a second season in the Northwoods League under your belt. Talk about this year so far, just how you've enjoyed your experience in St. Cloud.
You know, it's been great. I mean, being here for a second time, you know, I really wanted to come back, and the people of St. Cloud are great, and, you know, I have a lot of respect for Augie and Coach Speedy and Jason, and, you know, the guys are awesome, so it's just a blast.
What did you learn last year that really helped you going into this summer playing in this league?
I think it was really just establish your fastball, you know, and just go out there and compete with whatever you have, and most of all, just have fun. You know, it's a great game, and just go out there and be loose and relaxed.
How much, you know, do you guys have to realize that it is a developmental league? That, you know, a big reason you're here is to become a better pitcher. Of course, if you want to win games, that adds to the fun. But do you kind of have to remind yourself sometimes that, you know, I'm here to get better, and the wins will come in time?
Yeah, I think you know, after every start, you kind of got to look back and see what you need to improve on. And this summer, you know, a big thing for me is trying to add, you know, fourth pitch, and which is the cutter this year, and just kind of keep working on that every game and just try to get better.
Looking at let's track back to your year at Nebraska, you know, a workhorse for the Cornhuskers this season, and Nebraska first season in the Big Ten. Talk about your college season, just the experience it was, how you felt you performed, and, you know, what you really want to improve on going into next year at Nebraska.
You know, it was a pretty good season. We had some ups and downs. For the most part, you know, started out strong and then kind of struggled a little bit at the end. But, you know, overall, you know, I had some fun. The guys at Nebraska are, you know, great guys, and, you know, I just look forward to playing with them.
Was there really any change? You know, because you played for Nebraska when they were in the Big 12. You go to the Big 10. What are some of the big differences from that conference change for you guys?
I think the biggest thing would probably be the weather. You know, going to Northwestern in March and April is a little different than going down to Texas in March and April. But, you know, the Big 12 has a lot of really good teams, but so does the Big 10. The competition was pretty good, and, you know, we ended up, I think, in fourth, which isn't where we wanted to be, but, you know, it was a good season, and look forward to, you know, playing some more in the Big 10.
How comfortable are you now out on the mound? You're a couple years removed from Tommy John surgery. The arm feeling good. You're just comfortable pretty much rearing back and throwing everything you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably about halfway through this year when I was at Nebraska was when everything really clicked, and I, you know, was kind of able to let loose a little bit more and not really hold back. And this summer, being the weather's so warm and everything, it's kind of easier to loosen up and just let it go. And, you know, I'm starting to really feel back to normal, even though it's been, you know, 2.5 years, but it's been fun, and, you know, just got to keep developing and getting better.
This league in the Northwoods League a bit different than your college baseball season because you're playing every single day, and because all you have to do is focus on baseball. You know, is there an adjustment for you going from the college season to the Northwoods League season?
You know, maybe a little bit, but for the most part, every day you know, you need to get out there and either get your running in, get your weightlifting in, whatever it is. You know, I think you can lift and run a little harder during the summer, especially being a starter. You know, I pitch every 6 days, so the other 5 days just got to get after it and see what happens.
A lot of guys on this team, you know, coming from different areas of the country, coming from different schools, different conferences. Luckily for you and some of the other guys here, there's quite a few returning guys yourself, Andy Henkemeyer, Carlos Lopez. How nice is it to have other guys who are in their second year here, and then what's it been like getting acclimated to these new teammates pretty quickly?
You know, it's great to see some of the old guys back. I mean, we had a fun team last year, so it's always good to have a couple of those guys back. But, you know, for the most part, I mean, there's always great guys on these teams, and it's not too hard to get along with all of them, and, you know, just kind of develop your own bonds and have fun.
Now, the main question is, and you and I talked about this before, is, of course, how's the golf game? You improved in that this year. I know you're one of the more avid golfers on this team. A, how's the golf game? B, can anyone on this team even come close to matching where you're at?
Oh man, well, I will say that I basically will play every day as long as we don't have to leave at like 9 in the morning. It's getting better, but there's a couple guys on the team that I'm sure I haven't played with a lot of the guys, but you know, Tony Malk is pretty good, and a couple of the other guys aren't too bad. But I just like going out there and having a good time.
Zach, thanks so much for your time. Good luck the rest of the season. Enjoy your time in St. Cloud.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.